Hey, beautiful Beady Besties. Happy Tuesday. For the second time. But guys, today, in this video, we're going to actually get to play with beads. So I'm so excited. We are going to be opening up our Jesse James Magical Mystery Bead Box. Is it going to be a magical mystery this month, my friends? I think so. It's always a magical mystery, right? And we're also going to pull a card. I just wanted to say real quick, guys, and I promise this won't take forever. It's just, I just wanted to say, my video earlier, I forgot to mention how amazing the actual airline crew, like the pilot and the flight attendants and the on-plane crew, they were just so amazing. And I felt so bad for them as well, because the pilot had even said that this was his last flight. He was going on his way home, and he was going to have, a couple days off. So I really felt bad for the flight crew as well. They didn't, they didn't want to stay and be stuck there either. So, but I just did want to mention that because we have a beautiful, beautiful bestie here at the channel, Miss Melissa, who is a flight attendant, and her lovely message reminded me how amazing that the flight personnel were. So American Airlines, the pilot and the flight crew, you guys did an amazing job, and you actually, you helped keep my anxiety down with the water and the Biscoff cookies. Is that what they call them, friends? Biscoff cookies? I'm going to be honest with you. I've never had one before. This was the first time I ever had one. And I don't have words. It was probably one of the most amazing things I've ever put in my mouth. Take that how you want, but I think they're called Biscoff cookies. Oops, sorry about that. My notes. But let's pull a card, guys. Let's pull a card, because we all need some wisdom. And excuse my hands. They're like, they're a little busted up, and I'm not sure why. Guys, I live with 5 cats, so who knows? Who knows? In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Wow. Mahatma Gandhi, my friends. The wisest words ever yet. Because that is a very, very wise man. And I actually love that because, I don't know, it's kind of how I feel. I do want to shake up the world in a good way, but in a gentle way. So I love that card for us. All right, guys. Let's get into this Jesse James Magical Mystery Bead Box. So this is a monthly subscription box. I already did slice her open. I have not looked inside yet, but I did see a brief little spoiler. Jody had her unboxing up, and I went to look and see if there was any unboxings up, because I really haven't had much communication. And I saw Jody's was up, so I'm like, oh. And then I kind of saw a little bit of it, but I didn't really see it all. So I didn't completely spoil it. It's just a little spoil. All right, so this box is $49.95. Like I said, this is a monthly box. I like to call this an adventure. It is, and I forget who coined that first, but it is it's an adventure. It is an adventure in beads, my friends. It is a beady adventure. Okay, so without further ado, and I'm going to lift you up just a little bit so I don't hit the camera. Okay. So there's a little sneaky peeks. And our theme this month is cashmere and crystal. I love it. Can I tell you guys? I just put a cashmere, I think it was called cashmere lace, a little tea tart candle. I just put in the burner because, I love scents. Scents are so good for me. And so I like to smell good things, and then I feel better about my life. So I just put some cashmere, I don't know, some kind of silk and cashmere or something like that. And it smells amazing. And I love crystal. So this is going to work for me. This is going to work for me good. So here we have the other side of the card, what's all inside of your box. And guys, we have a lot of stuff in this box, and she is heavy. I will tell you, she is heavy. There's a QR code here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be covering it up, showing it, what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't really know. But that QR code will take you to some very special tutorials using this box. Every month there's a different QR code artist. And yeah, and so if you get this box, go ahead and with the what do you call this thing here? The code. What is that thing called? I forget. There's a name for it. But anyway, I'm sure you guys will tell me because I forget. But you go ahead and get those. Okay. So I'm just trying to think of the best way to say things. Okay. Wow. Let's pull some of these mixes out. Guys, I will go off camera briefly and take everything out of the bags and get all rid of all of the oh my gosh. You know what? I'm going to keep this stuff in here. I don't want to spoil the whole box yet. You guys, there's some pretty amazing things in this box. All right. So here's looks like we're using some very nice soft colors. I love that. So pretty. And look at this guy. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get organized and I'll be right back. And we're back, friends, and we have our beautiful little board out, and we are going to get into this collection. It looks amazing. I love all the neutrality. It's perfect. So first we're going to look at a bead mix, and this is the Swiss Alps bead mix. You guys, look at that sparkle and shine. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Well, yeah, I don't know. This is... Usually they get the small, this is a big bead mix, so. Oh, there's some big pieces in here. Ooh, oh my. Look at that chunker. All right. This is a very full mix. I probably won't be able to get it back in that container, but first we have these large wooden discs, or coins, if you will. You know I've said about the decoupaging before, but these would be absolutely perfect to decoupage. And I like to do different things sometimes with this box. And I think I might want to decoupage these because I bought the whole variety pack of Mod Podge. So, so we're probably going to deco those in some form. All right, let's see what else we have. Of course, we have these very large glass crystals. Look, it has that sunburst pattern. Very pretty, very large, large and in charge, but these always look nice on bracelets, right? We have some gorgeous, these are wood beads. I like a good wood bead. And these are really pretty. Look at all the banding in the wood and all that. They're very pretty wood beads. Guys, don't discount the wood beads, I'll tell you. Let me bring you down a little bit more. There we go. The wood beads are sometimes the MVPs. All right. Oh, we have some of these are briolette style drilled, meaning they're drilled across the top, the point. So we have two of those little flashy brios. Ooh, those, can you see that depth inside there? I think this is the back. And then this is the front. And you can see in that bead a little bit. You could anyway. I don't know. But those are scrumptious. Looks like we have some of these bling balls. These are really pretty ones too. I love those. We have 4 of those. Just marvelous, marvelous, darling. Oh, look at these coins. Oh, yes. Look at those. There's your drill hole. Look at those. Oh, saved by the boobs. It happens more often than I like to say. But look at those. Look at that caramely color. And it's got that AB plating. Oh, those are fabulous. They almost look like little sparkly candies. All right, looks like we have some frames. These are, oops, and some little bead caps. But these frames are always a lot of fun. I love doing earrings with these. And you don't have to even use them as frames. You can, if you want to do something this way and just ignore the holes altogether. There's so much you can do with these because they have they have open spaces on either side, including the hole. So you really could do a whole bunch with those. So it looks like we get a pair of those. Oh, it looks like we have some ceramic beads in here. Ceramic or porcelain, I'm not sure which. They look like ceramic. Little ceramic tubes. Those are super cute. Let's see what else we have. Everything is rolling around. Oh, look at those. Look at that. Ooh, how many of these do we have? I'm going to pull some of these crystals out for us to look at. Looks like we have a bunch of these columns. I'm not mad at that. Oh, no. Beads everywhere. Beads everywhere. So, first of all, look at these columns. Holy smokes. Oh, those are so good. And then we have a pair of these, what do they call these? Emerald cut? Oh, they're so pretty too. And it's just beautiful rosy champagne color. And these are just a little bit more on the oranger side, but they're very pretty. Oh, wow. I love those. Okay. Those are amazing. We got some chunky rondelles in this beautiful rose color. We probably have two. I'm sure the other, oh, we have a lot of these columns. Oh, we have more briolettes. Here she is, her partner. Those are really, really pretty little crystals. Oh, that's ink. I'm sorry. I'm like, what is on my hand? It's ink because I was writing notes. Guys, did I even go over the notes? I don't think I did. I wrote them, that this box is $49.95. But guys, you can prepay the box. And if you do a prepaid, they have a 3, a 6, and a 12-month prepaid. It reduces the price of the box. So just something to look into. I will put all the links, guys. Also, I am now officially a JJB affiliate. So I do have an affiliate code that I will also leave in the description box. And basically that just means if you click on that link, it'll take you over to Jesse James Beads, and anything that you buy in there on the link on my link, then I'll get credit. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Those are beautiful little sparkle babies, and they're the good ones too, I think. Now they're the acrylic ones, but they're very, very pretty. I don't usually care for the acrylic ones as much, but those are done very well. You guys, look at these little itty bit copper crystal spacer rondelles. Oh, I love them in the copper. They're so good in the copper. And then we have a bunch of these, like, oh, they're so pretty. Little bubbles. They're really pretty. I guess you would call them like a drook, if you will. Looks to be like a good 5 millimeter, I would say. Those are just beautiful. We have got some bead caps in here. We have this kind of bead cap that has all that little floral design. And then we have this bead cap that's more of a filigree. But these are really cool. I like these filigree bead caps because you can shape them around a bead. If the bead's a little bit smaller or maybe a little bit bigger, you can, because they're very, they can bend easily, sort of. They're, very useful that you can bend them into shape. So I do like that. Yeah, so there's that mix, guys. There's also some little baby, see if I can pull them out. They're very small and my hands are kind of meaty. Little baby, these look like little hematite or hematite like spacers. They're very pretty. So that is that mix. And we're going to dump it all out on here because it's fun to make messes. Look at it rolling where it wants to go. Stay there, friend. Stay where you are. All right, guys, we have 2 bead mixes, and they're both in the container, so here's another one. This is the Summer Soiree. Did I tell you that this one was the Swiss Alps? That was the Swiss Alps. This is the Summit Soiree. Let's take a perusal at her. Ooh, look at these big, chunky ceramic beads. Those are so much fun. Very, very organic, right? And we have a couple of these little larger ones, kind of like a nugget. They're very cute. And then we also have, it looks like some of these smaller, more round ones. Oh, I love those so much. Look how pretty they are. Amazing. We've got a bunch of those. Oh, we have, looks like some of these triangle crystals. Oh, are you seeing that? Woo! I hope there's like 4 of those. Oh my gosh, hold on, friends. Look at these showstoppers. Holy crap. Total smoke bomb. I actually have a pair of these that I've been saving for a really long time for sun catchers. Oh my. Yes. These are so pretty. You guys. Those are delicious. So this bead mix will go, and look, see how we have coins here and then we got coins here. It's just amazing. So you know what? Let's dumper do those big guys out of the way. This is always a risky maneuver, friends. I know it. I know it. I live on the edge. Excuse me, sir. Can you please go back to your assigned seating? Thank you. Okay, sir. Ma'am. Okay. So here we have, I'm just gonna ignore the pestilence going on over here, whatever is happening. We have some of these teardrops. They're very pretty crystal teardrops and like a topaz-y color. Oh, and we have some drooks over here. These are like a 6mm, and they are in kind of like this like cloudy champagne-ish color. Very, very pretty. We have some teardrops here. Those are lovely. I love all the faceting. There's another one of those triangles. I love all of the faceting. JJB does faceting really well. And you get 4 of those big teardrops. And look at those. Oh, those are stunning. Those are earrings all day. Yes, ma'am. The only thing that sucks with the using these as earrings is you can't see them. Other people can, so you're welcome, world. Did I show you the rondelles? Look at those beautiful rondelles. So lovely, so lovely. We got lots of teardrops. Ooh, we've got some bead caps here in this floral silver. So we have our gold mix, and now we have our silver mix. And I love that, you know, they're all still kind of in the same tone family, like warmish tones, but the color of the metals just kind of makes them do their own thing. You know, I love that. I hope that made sense. Look at these disco balls. Oh my. We are going to party tonight, my friends. Those are some stinking amazing disco balls. I love all the disco balls. Okay, we got the rondelles. We got some little daisy spacers. Those are pretty. Those are like the double daisies. I love those. The more bumps, the better, my friends. We also have some of these. Oh, and one is sitting on a bead. These filigree bead caps. So you can see how they sit there on that bead. Yeah, and then we have more rondelles, a bunch more of these drooks. That's just a beautiful, beautiful mix. All right. Let's see if y'all can behave any better than your friends over there to the right. Your left. Or is it your right? I don't know. But, okay. Those are amazing bead mixes, you guys. Holy crap. All right. So let's get into some of the strands now. I'm excited for this first strand. I have ideas. So this is going to be the Alpine Luxe bead strand. Right, and so let's see if there's any information. This is feels like a gemstone of some kind. Elegant gold color to your next jewelry collection with this mini strand of top drilled beads. It does not say, but they kind of remind me of like some electroplated quartz, maybe. But they're beautiful. They have a certain weight to them. They're not plastic or anything like that. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. And that's going to be a really interesting, I think, necklace. I think that's going to be really pretty. And they're all like drilled closer to the top, so they're not middle drilled. So that's going to be a lot of fun to play with. Next, we're going to look at the cashmere sweater bead strand. And she's a long strand, you guys. She is, look at her go. So let's read the back. This cozy bead strand features warm and soft textures paired with natural colors. Beautiful. Guys, and these strands were designed just for this box. So let's go see. We have some little baby rondelles up there that looks to be in like that topaz-y color. And then we have these gorgeous barrels. Oh, they're so pretty. They are ensconced in bead caps there. Ensconced in the... Oh, disco balls. Guys, we got disco balls. This is, I believe, a wooden bead. It's very pretty. I don't know if this is wood or acrylic. I'm not 100% sure, but it's very pretty. I love these kind of beads. I'm not crazy on acrylic beads, but that one's really, really pretty. And then we have these fabric ones. Oh my gosh. First of all, look at this. This almost looks like a hamster I had one time in my life, but I've had many hamsters, friends. Someday we'll have tea and we'll talk about it. But look at those. Look at that little sweater one, and there's a wooden spacer. There's some more wooden beads, and we have some of these sheriff badges. Spacers, and then we get to the star here. Look at that shape. Is that a trifoil? I don't think so. I just wanted to say it. I'm not sure. Clover shape. I'm not sure what that shape is, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful. Is that a hair? How did I just pulled it out of the box? How did you? I don't know if there's cats at the warehouse at JJB or if that was one of mine. But anyway, and then it repeats itself. I'm looking, I'm like, is that on my phone screen or is that like, yeah. So have cats, they said. It would be great, they said. And it really is, guys. I don't care. For the amount of love and support that I get from my cats, I'll deal with the fur. It's okay. I'm okay with it. So next we're going to look at, this is really cool. I've never seen anything like this either. This is the Weekend in Iceland metal tassel set. You guys, so these are already made for us. Tassels. Chain tassels. They have the bead caps at the top. And then these are actually another form of bead cap. And I know because I have a bunch of them at my desk. It's like a tassel type cap, or you can put leather through there and it does have a hole. And then they just put like, this is amazing. Guys, just pop an ear wire on here and call that done. And I'm okay with it because I'm here to tell you, friends, not every design has to be, you know, using all of the beads. Not every design has to be, oh, spectacular. Like sometimes you just want to, just to make a real quick design and go, right? Real cute earrings. You could put a little gemstone up at the top there and maybe dangle them. But yeah, I wouldn't do much with those. They're lovely just the way they are. Love those so much. All right, next we're going to look at, and I think this is where all the weight was in the box in these next couple items. We're going to look at the Druzy Dream Pendant. And I don't have any information on that. Okay, so let's look at this guy. So there she is. And I don't know if these are like dyed or what. But I'm looking for, they're called battery oils. And they're like a little bit of bubbles that are in the druzy. They're the crystal formations. And there looks like there's definitely some of them in there. And of course we have this edging around here, that gold edging, and then you have your loop. The loop's a little off center there, but I'll be honest, I probably will not use this for jewelry because I think this would be really pretty on something else. And I'm thinking of some ideas. Or I might just put it in my rock collection because it is really pretty. I don't know what kind of rock it is, but it's very pretty. It does have some battery oils in there. You can see them. That little pocket, like right in here, you'll see some bots. It's very pretty. All right. Very heavy though. I think it's a little heavy for a necklace, so that's why I want to maybe make something else with it. All right, so next we're going to look at a snow tubing bead set, which I believe this is just a beautiful set of smaller wooden beads that will go perfectly with these wooden beads. And I'm not going to take them out of the little vial because you can see what they are. They don't need to be all commingling and stuff because they're at the kids' table. And so we have to keep the kids' table contained or else all chaos and hell breaks loose, friends. If you have a big family, you know about this. All right. Now let's get into some fun components. So this is called the Therme 51. I don't know if it's Therme or Therm. I'm not sure, guys. I've never been to the Swiss Alps. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I have not. Will I ever get there? Probably not. It's really cold and I don't know how to ski. And I'm 51 years old and I don't want to leave this earth going down. You know, I don't want that to be my going out is tumbling down a hill and breaking my neck. I'm good. I'm good. I will watch the Olympics and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right. So this is a metal mix. These are really pretty. It is Winter Olympics this year, isn't it, friends? I don't know. I don't watch regular TV, so I'm not sure. I stream everything. We don't have like cable or anything fancy like that. Anyway, back to the beads. Wow. So these are beautiful. So we have these like kind of like a lotus, almost like a kind of a lotus shape, like with the triangle. And then we have these beautiful, and these have 4 holes, guys. You could look at all that. We could paint these. We could do lots of stuff, all kinds of fun stuff. Hey guys, speaking about like metals and stuff, have you been catching Dominique? I'll leave her YouTube in the description box. Dominique Rochelle, I believe. She does a lot of stamping and stuff, and she is so amazing at stamping metals and coloring them and then designing with them that I bet you she would know what to do with those. Dominique, what you got for me, girl? Anyway, guys, go check Dominique out. She does lives. I don't know how people do lives every day. I can't do it. And then we have these little beautiful leaves. They could also be wings in the right hands, right? We could put something in the middle. And not that I'm going to do, I'm just giving you ideas. You could put something in the middle here if you can. I don't know how you would do it. I guess you could put these holes together. And you could make, that could be like little wings. Look at us using our brain outside of the box. All right, so there's that. I'm going to put these all here. Those are fun. And now we have some chain. Now you guys know, I love me a good JJB chain. And the chain this month, you guys. Straight fire, straight fire. And that's, for anyone that doesn't understand, that's a good term. That's like it's good. So we have this Snow Bunny Blitz. Look at this chain. First of all, holy smokes. I don't know how many inches it is. It doesn't say, but it's a lot. It's a lot of inches. Look at this beautiful chain. We got some big chunky links. Oh, there's the jump ring. That's just so pretty. I love that it's a substantial link, right? Because we usually, when we get, sorry about the unfocusing, guys. Usually, sometimes when we get chain in our boxes, usually not in the JJB box. Usually JJB gives us really good chain. But when we get chain from other boxes, sometimes they're just smaller and more dainty because I think that's the more popular size. So I love when we get a nice thick, look at those links. Look how beautiful they are. I love when we get a nice chunky chain. Okay, that was a good chain, but guys, are you ready for this one? So this is the après all day. Now, I don't know what that word means. Après. Après? Is the S silent because it has the little dude over top of the E? I'm not sure. So we're going to say après all day. I do pray all day, friends. I certainly do, but I think this is a different après. So we're just going to look at this. What? Okay, we don't get quite as much of this one, but you guys, look at this beefy hammered chain. Are you serious? This is amazing. It's a pretty gold. It's not like, it's like an antique gold. Oh, that's so pretty. It's not like a bright, like this is kind of a brighter gold, and this is more of like an antique gold. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is, my friends. What are we going to make? Are we going to make anything? I mean, I kind of do like to design with my unboxings. Guys, I haven't made jewelry in a little while, so yeah. Yep. So how about this? How about we think of a mystery design? How do we feel about that? And I say mystery design, friends, because it's probably going to take me some time to figure it out. And I'm going to do that. And then we'll be right back. So let me pull you up a little bit so you guys can see this collection in its entirety. All right. We'll give you a little look at all of those. Give you a little peruse. A little run around the block. There she goes. Look how glowy those are. My goodness. Okay, friends. We'll be right back. All right, friends, and we're back. And so our magical design, I've decided to make a necklace set. So yeah, we're going to make a necklace. And even though I said you guys could certainly make earrings, and you can, I'm actually going to use one of these pendants for my necklace. So that's going to be our pendant. And then we're going to be using some of this chain. So I've cut some pieces of chain. And I will tell you, this link has 5 links. So when I cut chain, I kind of want the chain to face a certain way. So if I can make this so you kind of want to cut where you have an odd number, because we want to start out flat and we want to end flat, if that makes sense. So that will lay like that, if I can get it to lay properly. So you always kind of want to, check out the direction of your links. And I did go odd count links. So I did a 5 piece on this, and then I did a couple of three links. So they're just going to be, these 2 are going to lay flat, and that one's going to be like that. So we have a couple of those. And the beads we're using, I've gone with 2 of these. I've gone with all 4 of these sparkle balls. And 2 of these little disco balls, these were on this strand that had had this guy on it. And so I did take that strand apart, and I got these, and then we have those. And of course, I already made one whole length here, and I will show you what this looks like. So this is the length that we made. And I think it's so pretty. So we're going to put that right there for now. Okay, and what else you will need is you will need some wire. So I have a couple pieces, or you can use eye pins, whatever you want to do. This chain is a little thicker at the end, so you want to make sure that your eye pins are gonna, it shouldn't be an issue. It's really not that thick. But I'm gonna make some eye pins out of 20 gauge wire. This is the German style wire. And let's go ahead and make 2 of those now. So I'll take my piece of wire, and these are just scrap pieces of wire, so they're different lengths, but they're all going to be big enough. Sorry guys, looking for my little straightener. But they're all going to be big enough to do what we need to do. We're just going to make simple links here. Simple loops rather, we're making links. But because the chain is a little thick, we're going to go right about in the middle there. Not quite in the middle. Make sure you can't see that metal. And then we're just going to turn a P, right? We're going to take it off the tool. And you're going to have this P shape. You want to make sure that, that metal is touching the other metal. Okay, just like so. And then we're going to come in here, and I'm going to hold my thumb here, put my tool in here, right there, hold my thumb like that, and do a little twist. And what that does is it breaks the neck, and it gives you a really nice eye pin. So we're going to do that a couple times, and you want to make sure that they're closed. I know that seems redundant because we're just going to open them again, but just make sure they close all the way. Okay, so let's put this guy on. And these are fun because they don't really they have many holes, but they don't have a specific hole. So you got to kind of hope that you got it in there and that you're centered, and that looks pretty good, right? That's pretty centered. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and it's very important also that all your loops are going in the same direction. So we're going to go ahead, bend. Where are my cutters? And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to give ourselves a little bit more than usual, just because, like I said, the chain is a little thick. So we want to make sure that our links will fit comfortably on that chain. So we're just rolling that back. Now you're also going to need to break this neck. And this loop is a little bit smaller. Make sure that closes. It's a little bit smaller than that one, but they're pretty decent. They're pretty close, I think. You can also use your step bail making pliers for this project if you want your loops to be precise. I'm okay with them. I'm okay with that. That's okay. Oh, guys, you know what? I forgot to get jump rings and a lobster. We'll get there in a second. All right, so let's do that again, shall we? And you always want to make sure that this end is flush. Right. We're going to take our tool again. We're going to go about not quite the middle, but a little bit up the tool because we do want to, and if you overturn it a little, that's okay. Just don't overturn it too much. Right? There we go. Easy peasy, pumpkin squeezy. All right, so let's put this guy on. This guy is so pretty. Yeah, so let's see. So we want to make sure our loops are all going in the same direction. Okay, so we're going to line those loops up. Okay, and then we're going to chomp down on our pliers, creating that bend there. And again, give yourself just a little bit more cut than you normally would. So then we can make these look like, sisters and not cousins. Okay, and then we're going to break that neck. And then we're just going to make sure that that closes all the way. Those loops are going in the same direction. All right, guys, I already pre-made these two for us. So now we can get together with the chain. I've already cut the chain apart. This is where I have to get jump rings too. Hold on one second, friends. All right, friends, and we're back. And so I have, these are stainless steel oval jump rings. I don't need that many, but these are going to work out really well because they kind of already mimic the chain a little bit. And they're very durable. So I'm liking that. Also, guys, if you're going to use this chain, these links are not soldered. So you can, you don't have to cut them. I would advise not cutting them, at least not with your good cutters. But I also am here to tell you that I'm not wasting any links either. So every link that I took out, I put to the side, and we're actually going to make some earrings with some of those. So anyway, we have this piece that is 5 links, right? So now we have to attach everything. So let's see where we started. So we started with this sparkle ball. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up. I'm sorry. My goodness. Are you guys down low? I feel like we're struggling to focus. Again, I'm on the struggle bus. Okay. So we're going to take this and we're just going to swing her open and insert this chain. And you're going to swing her closed, right? So that is going to look like that. There we go. We're going to put that down, and then next is this shape. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open one of these links, and we're going to put it here. It's just opening up links. It's just really pretty. I love when we can like make chain, because this is chain, right? So it's nice when you can kind of make your own little bit of beaded chain. Just putting beads, right? Just putting beads in between the links. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Did we do something wrong? We did, friends. Wait, yeah. Okay. I know what I did wrong. I'm sorry. Wasn't that long ago, Call. It really wasn't. I jumped the gun on that one. So our 3-piece is actually going to hang from our pendant. So now we have to put another one of these segments in here. That's what I did wrong. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and open that, and we're going to put one of these 3-piece segments on, and then we're going to go ahead and close her, making sure she's very closed. So then we have that, and now we're going to put this guy back on. We can also attach his chain too, because he's going to get 1 piece of chain on this side. Okay. So we have our chain running throughout the design. Okay, and then this guy is going to go on this side of the chain. And this is 20 gauge wire. I wouldn't suggest doing it with anything smaller than 20. But if you do, then I would probably do wrap loops, you know, because that would be I think your most secure bet. All right, so we're going to do another one of these little sparkle doodads. Okay, we're going to connect this link onto him. Now you can do this as you're making the necklace. It's just easier for me to show you it like this, more dissected, so it makes more sense. But like if I were just making this and not to demonstrate it, I would just probably put everything together as I go along. But it's okay, right? It's all good. All right, so now we're going to do our last little bit of link, and then I also cut some pieces of chain, and I will give you some measurements in a second. Okay, so let's bring the ruler out. Here's our chain. I think it's going to be about 6 inches, right? Whoops. So we're at about 6 inches right there. And so I cut 2 more pieces for length, and I cut, I think they're a little over 5 inches, right? About 5.5 inches. And we're going to attach that to this last little guy, and this will be the length of our chain. And then we will attach it to the tassel, and then we'll put some hardware on her, make some beautiful earrings. Now guys, I think I'm going to do a stacking situation. I don't know if I'm going to make the other necklace in this video, but I have enough chain that I can make another necklace, just a shorter necklace with this, and they'll kind of stack, right? They'll kind of just stack. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. We're at 10 minutes. All right. All right. So there we have it. Now let's bring both of our pieces of chain in and make sure they are looking proper and right. Okay. I'm loving that. All right. So now we're going to bring our pendant in, and we're going to attach our chains. So we got one on the left, one on the right. It doesn't really matter which side. Let's get into these jump rings, however. These are stainless steel, so they're a little tricky to open, but not too bad. So we're going to go ahead and attach this and attach this chain. And I think the links will just blend right in. Oh man. Okay. So we have that side attached to our chain. Now let's attach the other side. To our pendant. You guys, thank you so much for all the love, by the way, from my post earlier, from my video earlier, rather. My gosh, you guys, I can't even tell you how much it means to me to have so many amazing people care about me and love me. Like, I've never been so loved in my life. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Okay. All right. So our necklace is done. Let's see how she looks. Oh no. Y'all, oh no, you see what I did there? Hold on. I'll use the wrong side. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Yeah, that side. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, friends, crisis averted. I'm sure you saw what I did when I did it, and I didn't see it, but so let's look at our chain. It's just so pretty. I love it. So let's put our hardware on, okay, and then we'll take her out for a measurement. All right, so I just have somewhere. Oh, there it is. I have a lobster, just a simple lobster. So let's attach that. These jump rings are beefy. These came from our beautiful friend Kristen, so I'm not really sure where she got them from, you guys, but they're really nice. Okay, we're gonna put our little clasp on. Oops. And also, somebody had asked me in the comments where I got my jump rings from. And guys, honestly, the majority of my jump rings come from Bead Box Bargains, because they get in like a lot of the stainless steel jump rings. And that's what I just ordered, actually. 2 orders ago, I ordered like $20 worth of jump rings and findings. So we're not going to run out of those anyway. All right, where did I just put those pliers? Okay. Let's just open another one of these. Okay, and this will be the part that the clasp hooks onto. And I like this because it kind of matches the oval, matches the chain links a little bit. So that's cool. And we know these are super secure, because I'm telling you, it like took all my strength to open and close them. Sorry, I'm off camera. I was just trying to get some leverage in there on this guy. All right. Make sure she works. Okay. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me pull you up just a little bit. Just beautiful. Beautiful little necklace. All right. Oh, we want to measure it. That's right. Okay. Where's the ruler? Let's get you a measurement on this guy. Let me untoggle it. I think this is probably going to be about 24 inches. So, yeah, it's a little over, it's about 24 inches. A little bit over, maybe not quite 25 inches, which is good, because I did that on purpose, because I kept in mind that I wanted to make a, we'll just do it, guys. It's not going to be anything complicated. But I did want to make, so I have 2 more pieces of this chain, and these pieces, I believe, are like 8 inches or so. Okay. These are almost 10-inch pieces, so we know that necklace is going to be at least 20 inches, which is good. I had to get a clasp for that one too. I don't think, I was trying to figure out, do I want to use it this way, right? And then have the chain come up this way, but I don't think that will look right with the other necklace. Oh, my friend, I'm so sorry you had a bad day. That will be the side that goes down. So I think I'm actually going to do it like this. So we're going to wire wrap this guy a little bit. We're not going to do anything terribly fancy. We're not going to wire wrap around him, because that just would be a waste, I think. So I got this 20 gauge wire. And this is the Bead-along German style. It's out of the package. I put these little tags on my wire so I know which is which. Okay, I'm looking for cutters. Sorry, friends. Let's go back. That is not enough, Kyle. What were you thinking with that cut? Hold on, friends. Why is this wire janky? What is going on with you, my friend? Okay, there we have a bigger piece. That's probably too big, but I'd rather have it too big than too small. All right, so I'm just going to straighten this wire out a little bit. I have these special tools that have the nylon insert. If you don't have those, just go ahead and straighten your wire with nylon jaw pliers. That's fine. I have those too. Sometimes I just use my tools. Just use my tools. All right. Let's do the shuffle here. The tool shuffle. Oh my gosh, Kyle, where is it? Okay. And we're going to flush that in. Now I am going to make, I think I'm going to make a knotted head pin. What I don't know is if I want to use little bead caps up here. Sorry guys, I'm off the camera again. I think if I make a knotted head pin, it will cover that up pretty well. So let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my wire, straighten out just a little bit more. I'm going to put it in my pliers about right there. Okay. And I'm going to start going around, and you will see the wire just came up a second time and go around again until it comes up a third time. But don't let your other wire cross that. Take this wire and go straight up before that other wire starts again, right? And you'll have this little situation. This little coil here at the end. So this is the sock, and we're going to take the foot and put the foot in the sock, because somebody out there in this world's feet are freezing right now. And by somebody, I mean myself. Guys, it was 70 degrees here today, though. Was it today? Yesterday it was 70 degrees. Today it was in the 50s, but, well, I don't know if it got up to 70 yesterday, but it was up to 68 that I saw. And then my husband said, oh, sorry, this is 20 gauge wire, so sometimes you have to pull it a little extra hard. But my husband did say that it was really nice yesterday outside. So I take his word for it. Okay, there we go. We have that. All right, so let's put this guy on here. Do I want to put any kind of spacer here? Now I have to look and see what we have in the silver. Maybe one of these guys. No, I don't really like that. I think we're just going to wrap it. All right, so we're going to do a wrapped loop here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to, I want to give it a little bit of a neck there. I want to give it some decent wraps. So we're going to put our plier about right there. Okay, bending that tool over, creating a space that we can wire wrap. Then we are going to take our round nose pliers. And I'm going to, again, make a pretty big loop because we're going to have 2 chains attaching to it. So we'll make it pretty decent size loop. So I think that's going to be good. Before we do the loop though, guys, because I don't really want to use jump rings, although we could, it might give it a little extra length and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attach our chain pieces. Work with me, not against me. Just break out into song when you're frustrated. You know what it is, friends. I didn't open the door enough. Nobody can come in because I was not had the door open. All right, that's one chain. And let's put this other chain. This chain is so lovely. And I'm not surprised that it's the first thing I went to use from this box. I was like, I have to do something with the chain. And the gold chain's amazing too, guys. We're going to definitely do some stuff with the gold chain. Okay, so here we are with our things and stuff. And we're going to hold our loop here with our pliers. And we're going to take this. And we're just going to make nice wraps, right? Just nice, clean wraps. And then we're going to bulk those up and go over top with more nice, clean wraps. Okay. So now that's what we have. And I love that. That's really pretty. We can fix that loop in a second. Okay. And then, and if you could, guys, you could, if you wanted, since you have enough wire. Is this two-sided? I think it's the same on both sides. But you could take this wire and wrap it around down here at the bottom if you wanted, if you don't want it to spin around. Yeah. The choice is yours, my friends. The choice is yours. All right, so we're going to tap this little guy down. Okay. And that's looking real nice. All right. Let's just fix this loop a little bit. So you can take your pliers and come in here. And just kind of put it here and just do a little, just trying to straighten that out, right? And that should straighten that out pretty well. All right, so there's our second necklace. And again, I got to grab a lobster so I can put it on the board and do a spinny spin. That one's good. Is that the same size I used on the other one? That one looks a little bigger. Nope, same one. Okay. Okay. So that's, I think, going to be the front. Actually, it looks the same on both sides, but it really doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and put our hardware on. And then we're going to make a super quick pair of earrings. And I will let you guys go for the day. I'm sorry, this is a longer project. But I haven't played with beads in a while, and it feels really good to play with beads again. I'm going to make sure that this is not going to twist up. We're going to put our lobster. Also, sorry about all the tool noise. I need to remember to put out a tool bead mat, so I'm not just, are you closed, my friend? So I'm not just making a whole bunch of noise. All right. Looking good, looking good. Love it. Loving it. This one might go in the Etsy shop, friends, because as much as I love it, I probably won't wear it because I don't wear a lot of necklaces. So this one will probably go in the shop. I don't know when. So I will have to take pictures and all that. And I need to start doing that more, guys, because you have plumb sold me out of almost all of my jewelry. Not that I'm complaining. But I have to give you guys something new to look at, right? So I got to get in that Etsy and just go to work. All right, friends. Here's our second necklace. And let's measure her after I already really call. After you do the lobster and then you measure. No, sister, that's not how we do it. All right, so this one is... And this is a roundabout, like, flat measuring. So, okay. So we're at 12 and 8, so that's 20. So I guess we're a little over 20 inches with this one. So I think that's going to be really good spacing. Let's put these away in here, and then let's check out our spacing here. I know I can't put it on the bust because you guys won't see it on the bust. These keep flipping around. And then this guy, let's close him up and see where he will fit. And I made 2 separate necklaces, so this way you don't have to wear both if you don't want to wear both. So let's see. Oh, the pendant's a little longer because of the wire wrapping. Well, let's see when your neck's in here. What's that going to look like? But guys, you know what? When your neck is in it, it's going to look different. It just looks like that because it's down on the ground. Maybe I'll put it on a bust and I'll flip y'all around so you can see it on the bust. That's what we'll do, friends. That's what we'll do. We'll put it on a bust and flip it around. Give me a second, though, because let's make some earrings first. And I want to show you the earring I made. It's a simple earring. I love it. Very sparkly. We're using that chain. So pretty. All right, so we're going to use these 2 that I really loved. And I knew I wanted to make earrings with them. So we have those. We have a couple pieces of wire. I don't think any of these pieces are going to be long enough. We have these little guys. These guys were, I think, on the strand as well. And then we have a bunch of these links that I had to cut when I didn't cut, I took apart. But I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna make another knot head pin. So in case you didn't see the first one, here's your opportunity to see it again. All right. So we have this piece of wire, and it is so not straight. And now, guys, usually the knotted head pins work really well on the 22 gauge wire, but they look really nice on 20 as well. Would I do a knotted head pin on an 18 gauge wire? Probably not. Probably not. Oh no. There I am using the crappy cutters. All right, so we're going to make a knotted head pin again. Where are they're right there. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take this wire about right there, making sure that it is not poking out of our tool. And we're just going to go around 1 time, 2 times. It's coming around for a 3rd time. You see it there? Don't let it come around that 3rd time. Take your wire and bend it up right before that 3rd time starts, right? And you'll have this. Mine got a little crooked. That's okay. Then you'll have the little coil situation, right? And you put the foot goes in the sock. It usually goes in the sock. Yes, the foot goes in the sock. Okay. And then we're going to pull. And this is 20 gauge, so we're going to have to pull. I'm going to take it off screen and pull it because I don't want to hit the camera. Okay. And there we have our, that's kind of a weird looking one, but I think it's going to be just fine. Just fine. All right. So we're going to put this guy on there. Oh, please. And, oh, I cut a big old piece of wire. Oh my goodness. Something just fell off my other desk. It's the spirits. It's the spirits of my ancestors telling me to, oh, that's right. We're making a simple loop here. Telling me to wrap it up, Carl. It's time to wrap it up. Take it home and do all the things. Okay. So we're just going to bend, bend, bend. And this is going to be a nice big scrap piece of wire that I will be able to use in something else. So let's put that to the side. And then we're just going to do a simple loop here. That might be too big of a loop. I think, oh, that's not terrible. Yeah, maybe I cut too much wire, but I think that's going to work, right? Make sure we're closing that. You can do a wrap loop here if you want. Okay, so there's that component. Now we're going to take some of these pieces, and I'm going to get my sturdier pliers out. Okay, and we're going to take this piece, and we're going to attach it here, and then close it. They are a little, you know, hard to close at first because they are, I feel like this is stainless steel chain or something, because these are really heavy duty. It's a heavy duty booty, my friends. That's what it is. All right, now I'm going to take one of these links and I'm going to close it because it's just easier to close when I don't have anything hanging from it. Okay. Oh, that's not good, Kyle. Don't do it that way. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, I said shoot, friends. I said shoot. Oh, shoot. That's what I said. Okay. All right. Make sure that's nice and closed. All right. Just make sure you don't mess them up too much. I think that one's okay. You don't want to like mar up the metal. I don't know if I love that one. So let's close another one. It's probably my own fault. But that one for some reason was just really hard to close. Okay, are you closed? Yeah, okay. So now we're going to take another one of these links, okay? And we're going to attach it to this link. And then we're going to attach this link that's closed. And then we're going to close this one. And this was a little, oh my goodness, it's a little hard to close this one. There you go. Just do it slowly, friends. Just do it slowly. You'll get there. You'll get there. And then give that a little twist. Sorry, I'm off camera, making sure that's working. Okay. Oh, you know what? I do still need a little piece of wire for our small guy. So we're going to do another head pin. Make sure our wire is flush. Flush, flush, flush. Hi, Mike. What you doing, buddy? You looking for something? All right, so here we go. We're going to make our loop about the same place where we made the other loops. Oops. Okay, let me just... Something went awry there, friends. I don't know what. Let me just go ahead and use my better cutters and start over again. I swear I'm moving more tools. All right. There we go. That was a little bit too much of a loop. So there's our P. Make sure the wire touches. You guys already know. Okay. Break that neck. There's your eye pin. And then we're going to open it back up and attach it to this chain. Maybe. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's go ahead and close it. Making sure that is very closed. And then we're going to put our little dude. Where's our little dude? Did our little dude not make it over here? There's our jumper. There's our ear wire. But where's our little dude? Oh, there he is. He was hiding. Okay, so we're done with the links. We're done with all that. So now we're going to put this little guy on. Right? And now this loop, you want to go opposite of the loop on the bottom. So the loop on the bottom is going this way. And then the loop on the top, you want it to go the other way. So our ear wire will fit. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our bend here. So this loop down here is facing us. And then this loop up here is going to be going away from us. And you don't have to cut a terribly large amount here because we're not putting this on any more chain. So this is just where our ear wires are going to go. Okay, and we're just rolling that, rolling it. And then we're just going to break that neck a little bit. Seat her into place. Okay, and there she is. Beautiful. And then we can just, you could also put your ear wire on too, but I'm just going to open my ear wire and put it on this way. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Do whatever is comfortable for you. All right, guys. So here's the earrings, and I think they're super cute. Little danglers. Look at those cute little danglers. I love them. Let me see if I can put this on a bus and flip us around. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. I just wanted to show you guys my hat. Look. It's a unicorn. Look at the horn. It's a unicorn. My husband bought it for me. Isn't it cute? I love it. Okay. Wait, do you see this necklace? Yes, what is it? You guys, look how pretty. Hold on. Look how pretty this spacing is. So we have our tassel. We have all those. Look at the earrings. It's just a little crooked on my board, on my bust. But I think the spacing was really good. I think it came out really good. So yeah. Okay, guys, I super enjoyed that. I think this was an absolutely amazing JJB box. My dog is giving me messages that I gotta go. We're gonna take her out, and she's gotta do things and stuff. So, thank you so much for going along on today's journey with me. I hope you keep planting your magical beans. And we'll see you again tomorrow, guys. The blue bag finally came at 7:30 this evening. We have her. So, we're going to be adding that to the list. So, yeah, until then, love you. Bye, guys.